7-year-old Justin Hansen's grandmother says he was excited about his trip back to Moscow. The adopted Russian orphan apparently had no idea he was being returned forever, no longer wanted by his new family. Justin's grandmother, Nancy Hansen, told CNN she put him on a flight to Moscow this week to save her family. She claimed the boy was violent and psychotic and had a hit list of people he wanted to hurt. His adoptive mother was number one on the list, she said. He wanted to, quote, kill her for the house. But instead of calling the adoption agency, which arranged to bring the boy to the U.S., he was packed up and shipped off, returned like an unwanted purchase, with no word to authorities in the U.S. or Russia.
I can't imagine why she wasn't sent back to Washington to that adoption agency.
Nancy's daughter, Tori Hansen, adopted Justin last September, but she signed over her parental rights to Nancy, she says, because of the 7-year-old's violent tendencies. But at their home on Monday, April 5th, the boy's grandmother said she found him in his room trying to start papers on fire. She told us she was afraid he was going to burn the house down and kill everyone in it. 2 days later, she packed his bags. Keeping them honest, we wondered how someone could just discard a child they'd adopted. Nancy insists she didn't abandon the child. She says she found a lawyer online who advised her Justin was a Russian citizen and the adoption could be reversed. So she says she followed his instructions for how to return the child. She booked a flight, she says, from Washington, D.C. to Moscow and put him on the plane alone. When he arrived at Moscow's airport, Justin was met by a driver Nancy had also found online. Nancy said the driver, who she called Arthur, had, quote, safe references. At Nancy's request, the driver took Justin to Russia's Child Protection Ministry, and that set off an international investigation. Justin had with him a letter Nancy said she prepared for Russian officials, explaining they wanted the adoption rights removed, since she said an orphanage doctor told them he's healthy.
All the examinations show the boy to be completely healthy, physically and mentally. So nobody withheld anything from her. It's a lie. And when I asked how the mother treated him, he burst into tears and said she used to pull his hair.
The Russian ministry is now threatening to cut off all U.S. Russian adoptions. And the State Department is trying to figure out how the child managed to be sent to Russia.
They are U.S. citizens. They are Russian citizens. We share a responsibility to ensure their welfare.
Justin turns 8 next week. Another birthday in an orphanage. Randy Kay, CNN, New York.